Shalom. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ha-Rakah Kodash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. Also want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing this truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Alright? So today the Spirit just has me in Psalms 63. It says, O Yahweh, thou art my power. Early will I seek thee. My soul thirsteth for thee. My flesh longeth for thee in a dry and thirsty land where no water is. See, and this truth is called the living waters. You know, and that's why it says that there's no this is a thirsty land because why you Israelites, the ones you call black, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're not understanding or cleaving or hearkening to the truth. You got the internet, and brothers are putting truth videos daily, you know, through the spirit of power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and you're still not, you don't care to listen to the videos for edification. You just want to listen to it for entertainment, you know, and you want to talk shit about, oh, these guys, they believe in UFOs, and these guys believe that, that the Messiah was a so-called black man. These guys are crazy, you know. They don't follow no holidays, you know. You guys have all kind of opinions on the men of the Lord, you know. But it's a dry land because the living waters are not thriving in this society, you know. Let's get that real quick. John 4:10-14. It says, Yahushai answered and said unto her, If thou knewest the gift of Yahweh, and who it is that saith to thee, Give me to drink, thou wouldst have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. See? This place is a dry land because you people don't know the gift of Yahweh. You know? You feel like it's going to the church on a Christmas Eve or midnight mass or fucking the Kingdom Hall, you know, where all these tax exempt churches, you know, and when they get tax exempt, the government controls and dictates what they can, what doctrines they can put out there. You know, they can't give you the truth because then they're under a 501c3. You know, it's a gag order from the government. You know, it was established during the churches being tax exempt was established, I believe, under the era of Lyndon B. Johnson, the president. He's the one who signed that. All right, he's the one who basically, it's a gag order. They get a criteria of things they cannot teach, you know. And the Edomite churches are in darkness anyway, so they don't have no wisdom to teach. But those Israelite camps, Israelite so-called churches that are, under the 501c3, they can't teach the names. That's why IUIC doesn't tell you the name. So that's why this place is thirsty, because no matter where you go to church, unless it's dealing with, really exclusively to the men of GMS who hold 100% truth, unless you're learning from the men of GMS, you're really not, you're going to be thirsty and dry, all right? The living water, you ain't never gonna be thirsty if you get this living water, man. Let's read it in 13, John 4:13. Yahushai answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again, but whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. For the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. And when you think about a well, it just keeps flowing, the water just keeps coming out on a well, right? Or like a fountain, right? Is what I'm actually picturing in my mind. But anyway, this is everlasting, immortal, forever, eternal. You see, you're not gonna thirst again when you dealing with the living water, which this truth is like rushing living waters, which it's constantly moving. You read the scriptures every single day for your whole life, and something new will be revealed to you. You see, that's that living waters, man. Psalm 63 and verse 2, it says, to see thy power and thy glory, so as I have seen thee in the sanctuary, because thy loving kindness. Oh, and by the way, on the first verse it says, I will seek Yahweh early. And that's what the men of the Lord are doing. We're seeking him early, before the destruction, before the return of Hamashiach, before the return of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Because when they visit the earth, it's going to be too late. That's why it says early in that first verse. Verse 3, because thy loving kindness is better than life, my lips shall praise thee. Thus will I bless thee while I live. I will lift up my hands in thy name. And what's the name? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. How are we lifting up our hands? When we see the chariots, when Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai reveals the chariots to us like he did at camp yesterday, we're throwing our hands up and praising his name. See? And also doing these videos, right before we start each video, we praise the name and we lift our hands up. Verse 5, my soul shall be satisfied as with marrow and fatness, and my mouth shall praise thee with joyful lips. See? So this fattens your bones, man. And just like a good woman, she's going to fatten your bones, So is Sophia. She's going to fatten your bones. Let me see something. Now let's get that real quick. A good woman who supports and loves her man, and is down for him, she's going to fatten his bones. Let's get that. So that's the same way this truth is, you see. 26 and 13. See, you don't never know where the Spirit's going to go. The grace of a wife, this is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 26:13. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. See? So a discreet woman, she's going to fatten your bones. You'll have confidence in her. She's discreet. She's not all out there being a whore. She's not out there looking for eye contact with every single man that she crosses paths with. She's not out there, being out of order. No, she delights to her husband. That's going to fatten his bones. What else is let's read out what else about this woman. Ecclesiastes 26:14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of Yahweh, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind cannot be valued. All right? And a faithful woman is literally that. She's faithful. She's not going to be in no adulterous situation. She's not going to, she's ashamed to be anything outside of order. It's shameful for her. That's why it says a shamefaced woman, meaning it's somebody trying to get at her, somebody trying to holler at your woman, and she's going to feel ashamed, and get away from that situation, But a whore, hey, they embrace that situation, So that's what it is. And it says in verse 14, a silent and loving woman is a gift of Yahweh B'Shem, or should I say Yahweh. You see, when a woman is silent, that is a gift. you know? Especially in the church, these damn women try to speak out when we're at church, at camp, and give their 2 cents. And guess what? Yahweh Bashem Yahshai doesn't even give a shit about your 2 cents. Nobody does, you know? The church is with the men, you see? That's why this place is so dry. It's a dry land. Why? Because women think they can come up and give their opinions on the Bible. When it's not in a thing about it. Us men can't even give our opinions on the Bible. But you women think you can come up and give your opinion. No, man, you're out of order. Let's go back to Psalm 63 and verse 3. Because thy loving kindness is better than life, my lips shall praise thee. Oh wait, I'm at verse Salakia. I'm at verse 6. When I remember thee upon my bed and meditate on thee in the night watches. See? So that's how it is, man. We're praising Yahweh Hashem with our mouths and with our hands up in His name. And we, when we go to bed, we sometimes the brother might meditate on maybe the way camp went that day, or you think about certain moments that happened at camp, or certain edifying moments, or what verse did the brother pull out, to stick up for the truth, stand stiffly for the truth. We meditate on these things in our bed all the time. Really, if you're a man of the Lord, you're always constantly meditating. And that's why it's living waters. Like I said earlier, this truth, it's always moving. You'll never really... We say we have 100% truth, but it's because we know that by the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, we could break down whatever scriptures we read because of the foundation that the elders and really Yahweh Shai gave us, In Revelation 5, Yahweh Shai, He was the only one worthy to loosen the seal. So meaning, when you loosen a seal, it means you reveal it, right? You're able to open it and read it, and you can understand something if you open it and read it. Yahweh Shai loosened the seal. Let's get it real quick. That's what causes the living water. Everything is literally manifesting, right? Everything, man. Yahweh Shai was in Rome. Yahweh Shai walked the perfect, he walked the perfect path. So that, for what? So that we could have this understanding. See? Let's read it. Revelation 5 and 3. And no man in heaven nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. And I wept much, because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. And one of the elders saith unto me, Weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and loose the 7 seals thereof. And who's the Lion of Judah? Who's the root of David? That's Yahweh Shai. See? And I beheld, which means observed, and I observed, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders stood a lamb, having it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of Yahweh sent forth in all the earth. And he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne. And when he had taken the book, and the 4 beasts and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of the saints. See? So that's what our saints, man, they go up to Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, and they're in golden vials, man, with a beautiful fragrance, beautiful odor. And they sung a song saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us by Yahweh, thy power, by the blood, out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. Because Israelites are scattered among all nations as a curse. So all those Israelites who repent, we gain this understanding. We get this truth because Yahweh Shai was worthy. Just like we read here in Revelation 5, he was worthy to open the seals, to loosen the seals. When in the time of Daniel, he said, seal the book. Let's get that real quick. Right? Daniel said, seal the book. Revelation said, Yahweh Shai loosen the seals for the time of the end, right? Let's get that real quick. Daniel 12, and I'm not sure exactly where it is. Let's just see. Okay, well, here we go. It says Daniel 12 and 8, and I heard, but I understood not. Then said I, O my Yahweh, what shall be the end of these things? Meaning, when is the end? What is the end? He's inquiring about the end. It says, verse 9, and he said, Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed till the time of the end. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. So if you're an Edomite, you'll never understand this knowledge, this truth. And why would you? It condemns you. You see, if you're a so-called white man, the Bible condemns you. So that's why it's hard for you guys to understand this, Because it's like you've never been taught that. You know what I mean? You've been in America, Babylon, when you've been taught lies. You've been taught salvation's for everybody. You've been taught that you were a Gentile, that Yahweh Shai came, or I should say Jesus came for, because they lied to you even about his name. They lied to you about his race, his name, his appearance, his image, But you can't understand it, even though, because you're stuck on those lies. And so are the 2/3. They follow you. Daniel 12:11. And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination. Wait, you know what? That's it. I'm going to stop right there. But the point is in verse 9. Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed till the end of the time. Meaning, we had to wait for these days. These are the last days, where these things this vision is coming to pass. The Lord's will is manifesting. See. In the time of Daniel, he didn't know about the RFID chip, He didn't know, if the prophets had a vision, they didn't have the words missiles. They didn't have the word RFID microchip. They didn't have, they didn't have any of these prophecies, some of these words that we use in the modern times. But they used them with similitudes, and parables. And now, in the time of the end, the seals have been loosened, and we have, because Daniel was before Yahweh Shai. So when Yahweh Shai came, that was when we came back to life through the Holy Spirit, meaning we understand the Bible. Our elders, in their time appointed, in an appointed time. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai gave the elders, you see, gave them the understanding. And now you see in 2021, it's growing like wildfire because of the internet. And you have all the prophets standing on their feet, like it tells you in Revelation 11:11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of Yahweh, life from Yahweh, entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And really, I was pointing it out yesterday, but there was a whole group of Edomites across the street. They stopped, and they all looked over at us, and it was like, they're like squinting their eyes, putting their hand over their eyes, squinting, and looking fearful to see so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans standing up with great boldness in their own kingdom, and unleashing truth on their ass, and that's what this verse is going into. The spirit of life is in us now, and that's another sign that this is the end. Our dads didn't, overall, our fathers didn't have this, Our fathers, like my personal, my real dad, my stepdad, none of our real dads or stepdads were out there prophesying, because that wasn't the time, you see. When you see the prophets on the streets, hey, that's why they got that app TikTok. Because why? Time is ticking. Tick tock, tick tock. TikTok on Esau's sorry ass. His time is short. Let's read it. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. That's why he has Operation Warp Speed. That's why his warp speed was to get the whole country vaccinated as quickly as possible. You see? Because he knows he has a short time, this Edomite, right? And his agenda, right? Go back to Psalm 63 and verse, where we at? 7. It says, because thou hast been my help, therefore in the shadow of thy wings will I rejoice. My soul followeth hard after thee. And thy right hand upholdeth me. See, the right hand is dealing with the righteous acts. That's what upholds us. Us teaching the brothers, us feeding the flock, that's what's hold us up, man. You see? Verse 9. But those that seek my soul to destroy it shall go into the lower parts of the earth. Because pretty soon, we're not going to have to deal with no fucking false doctrines. No fucking fake idols. No fake gods. All that stuff is going to get casted down and destroyed. You know, go into the lower parts of the earth. See? It's going to be eradicated, you know? All the false religions, all the false doctrines, all the false prophets, all the, you know, Edomites, they're not going to be able to fool you anymore. They're not going to be able to tell you that your savior is a white man with blue eyes and stringy brown hair, blondish brown hair, you know? Trying to say your Messiah is a fucking brunette, you know? A white dude. Edomite. No. See? They're not going to be able to destroy us no more, man. Verse 10, they shall fall by the sword, they shall be a portion for the foxes. Meaning, these people that are taking this jab, this hokey pokey, they're going to start dropping dead, man. These fucking foxes are going to be eating them in the middle of the city. See? Foxes are in the city. Yeah, they're in the wilderness too, but hey, a lot of foxes are in the city. You know, they come out, eat your little pets at night. Well, they're going to be feasting on people. Because what's that sword it's talking about? Hey, well, there's all kind of versions with Esau Edom. Because even the jab is a little tiny sword that he's devouring you with. And eventually it's going to be the missiles, you know. That's his major sword. Let's go to 11. But the king shall rejoice in Yahweh. Everyone that sweareth by him shall glory. But the mouth of them that speak lies shall be stopped. See? In that time, the king, which is going to be King David and Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? Those are the true kings of Israel. They're going to rejoice in that day. But the mouth of the ones that are speaking lies, teaching you lies, that shit's going to be stopped. It's going to be over, eradicated, like I said earlier. See? But these living waters, hey, they're going to quench the thirsty souls out there, which are the elect. The dried up souls, the dried up land, that the destruction, that's reserved for the 2/3 and the heathen, all right? Not everybody is going to get out of this thing, you know? Only the elect. Starting out with the men of the Lord, the prophets, the 12,000 men of each tribe, all the 12 tribes, which make up the 144,000. All right? So with that, I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Ha, Rekak, Wadash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. Also, I want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing this truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the elect.